Hey, Randy Joe here, and welcome back to the channel where today we're going to be checking out the brand new debut LP from Maruja, Pain to Power. Before we get into today's album reaction, I gotta say, check out the description down below if you want to see the full unedited reaction for this album. I'm filming this portion right here after I've already heard the album. I gotta say, I've got nothing but praises, so if you want to see the full unedited reaction and listen to the whole thing front to back with myself, check out the Patreon in the below. For just $5 a month, you get everything I've done this year unedited. Now, Maruja or Maruja or Maruja, I've seen pronounced, is a band that has been around for quite a few years at this point, and have established themselves in the post-rock scene, kind of carrying on the torch from the likes of course, Black Country New Road, or Black Midi, or Squid, heavily leaning into a bit of a jazz rock kind of fusion sound, as well, from what I gather, a little bit of a hip-hop influence, especially in the lyricism. But this LP is their debut after about 3 EPs that were critically acclaimed and much talked about online by the music nerd community especially. This one here is sitting at 50 minutes and 8 tracks long for a debut record, and there's been a lot of hype around it, there's been a lot of attention drawn to it, and I have checked out the first single from this, that being Look Down on Us, and I really enjoyed it, but I didn't really go back to it considering I knew I would be checking this LP out in full, and I really wanted to hear it within the whole context of the LP. So without further ado, let's get into this 8-track, 50-minute debut LP with Bloodsport. Crank that volume up, of course. We are good to go. Jesus Christ, maybe turn it down a little bit. Maybe a smidge, shall we? A real frantic start on the drums. Love that rough kind of garage rock sound there. Real dive to it. Oh, our sax member coming in here. Love how cyclical that sax is there. So frantic. Whoa. Our vocalist here, our main lead, is screaming into the mic. Nothing worse fears till our kids are overdosing. Love the nice simmering sort of atmosphere in between the frantic energy, because you feel that build. Such an increased tension here. Oh my god. The drumming here. Jacob Hayes on the drum is absolutely killing it. Really reminding me of Morgan Simpson from Black Midi as well, just with how insane and calculated that frantic energy is. Oh. Close it out. Oh, we're gonna get a transition here. I guess not. I thought we were gonna get a real transition, but man, Bloodsport kicks things off with a insane energy. Certainly doesn't hold back from just the capabilities of the band on full display there. Love the drum work, and I love the sax especially. I feel like they were the real standouts in the kind of breakdown of that track. But I thought vocally, again, I loved how he matched just the intensity of that energy. But his spoken word like passages, the much more withdrawn ones, are nice, offer up a nice clarity as well. I would say that he kind of reminds me a lot of, and this might be weird, but the kind of early days of Linkin Park with Chester Bennington on the vocals, just how kind of, maybe edgy, but also dramatic and powerful the vocals are to match. Here's Look Down on Us continuing. This is a 10-minute track. Same easy, I should get with it. See the burning in your eyes. That's the type of life I'm living. Overcautious, trying to Very much has like an activist energy to it too. Also remind me of, again, maybe a weird comparison, a lot of 2000s comparisons here, but Flowbots with just how politically motivated they seem. Oh, love how thick that brass is.
To manage our emotions, corporations profit hard. They cackle less of vultures making bones through their teeth. Caught between the meat, see the blood dripping down to the claws on their feet.
Very much like an anti-capitalist mindset for sure. Definitely very left-leaning in their politics.
There's a liar in the devil. Through the smoke, the fire breathing, leave you nothing but disheveled. What? The red paws, bludgeoning in the truth. Tepid and it's flaky. Evidence of
love the panning of that sax. Oh, coming around.
There will never be a down on us. Look down on us.
Matt Bonacorsi, incredible bass playing from him too. Very thick and just like heavy bass that's driven throughout. It's so like aggressive and heavy. Damn. I wonder where this is gonna go at this point, you know? Still got 6 minutes on the clock here, and yet it's already been so full, so flourishing. Reminds me a lot of Black Country New Road's first LP as well, For the First Time, which is a great post-rock, anxiety-ridden kind of LP.
It's empowering to think that all the hateful people out there, if they were only shown more love, they wouldn't be so spiteful.
Very
love is my God. I don't care what you say.
Kind of uplifting political message here, I think.
All the hate in our hearts, it takes us further away from the truth that we keep. But we swallow it down like that lump in your throat when you can't make a sound. But trust, be twice the ocean, be twice the land, be twice the water for your sons and daughters.
Harry Wilkinson flexing those vocal cords here, just soaring on them. Oh, I love our saxophone. I will say this track, 10 minutes, feels like 10 minutes. I don't think the pacing is as fluid as a lot of other post-rock tracks that would, of course, exceed this time limit. But I feel like, you know, at this point, almost 8 minutes in, it certainly, you know, ran its course. I don't think it's bad, though. But it's pretty familiar at this point. I do like this outro, very drone-like. Very hypnotic. Oh my goodness. Oof. What a closer. That closing minute there, quite drony, quite heavy, very hypnotic. I did like that payoff in the end. I feel like it was quite a rewarding finish. But let's go into the third track. I thought Look Down on Us was a fantastic track. My only gripe, like I said, I think the pacing, it feels like a 10-minute track to me. However, it's not bad. It's not, too much of a good thing here. It is just a solid track all around. Track 3, Cersi, I believe it's pronounced. I love the jazzy elements of the record. They really do have that down packed at this point. Especially these more calmer moments. I would love a kind of full-blown jazz track from them as well. It's just how calculated and calming they can be at times. This is just a beautiful kind of opening first couple minutes. Oh. Oh man, my man here can sing, Harry Wilkinson. He can't just scream, but he can sing. On its own, lyrics like this I can see criticisms for. I know this band does get criticized for the lyrics at times for being a little bit too maybe I'm 14 and this is deep type kind of lyrics, where they feel like they're trying too hard to be deep. However, as cringy as it may seem to people, I think the blunt lyricism kind of works in their music because the rest of the music kind of lifts it all up, I would say. This instrumental certainly makes it all feel a lot more natural in the presentation. It is like slam poetry in the delivery. Wow. Sweet, but beautiful. Love that one. I thought it was I think that's the best one. I think that's the best track here so far. Look Down on Us, a really incredible kind of epic of sorts. Bloodsport was fantastic in just showcasing, I would say, the band's kind of sense of scope in a way. But this one, it's just pretty. It's beautiful. The lyrics, well, like I said, maybe cringy to some, maybe a little too blunt to some, I think are presented in a way alongside the instrumental that feel a lot more natural in a sense. They don't feel forced. And instrumentally, this thing is just a nice, sweet, soft, kind of jazzy foray. That's my favorite track, hands down, though. 100%, I think that's a perfect track. Born to Die is the next one, though. Let's keep it going. Another 10 minutes, which we got 3 of on this LP. Which I love. I love that they're not afraid on a debut to drop 3 full 10 minutes.
Capitalize our output.
Ain't that the facts?
Limit our potential. Respect one's holding down. Most already know this, but they're afraid to make a sound.
Great spoken word opening. Our drummer too plays in a very jazz-centric way as well, which I love.
Instead of honesty and truth, this life is temporary. What you holding on to you, possessions weigh you down. You can't let go of what is new. Communication inspires hope. Humility controls your pride. There's no need to wear disguises.
A full embrace of your identity is what he's calling for. Maybe a track about kind of finding your own meaning and grasping it, embracing your own identity. Kind of challenging the nihilistic worldview of a life serving death. I love the gradual build-up on this one. It really sneaks up, but you can feel that ramping up, almost anthemic.
Our feelings are just visitors, competing for attention, avoiding every trigger.
Oh.
While still reaching for ascension.
There it is. Oh. What a insane dial back. And this aggression. Especially that guitar. Holy hell. Quite berating. Oh yeah. Oh my god. What the quite synthy or something here, just insane electronic element coming in. Perfect. Insane drop. What a I have goosebumps. I don't like. You can't see it probably. My hair's standing on edge with that insane, just like gnarly guitar riff there ripping into you. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I think this is perfect. This is the best track. Give me that noise. Wow. And this nice simmer. A real droney come down. Yeah, wow. What is there to say about that one? What a insane multi-structured 10-minute track that was. Loved that back half as it really just broke out and just went into every direction. We got what sounded like a synthy kind of electronic kind of element brought into the mix, and then that guitar. I'm not sure who was responsible for such vile noises. Maybe it was our lead vocalist, Harry Wilkinson, because it did sound a little bit more like a lead guitar rather than the bass. Just loved it. Loved it so much. Wow. Let's keep it going. Next track here is Break the Tension. A short one at only 3 minutes and 45. Short but noisy, that's for sure. One thing I haven't dropped on much here is it does certainly have a little bit of a rapping kind of hip hop influence in his vocals. I would say it's closer to spoken word than it is rap, but I know a lot of people are labeling this as a rap rock release in a sense. I don't fully agree that it's gone hip hop, that it's gone rap necessarily, but again, the spoken word passages, they're delivered quite well, and they do feel like they are kind of channeling that realm. Ooh. That guitar, very electrified, very gnarly once again. So like noisy and a good sense of feedback on it. Our sax loves to do this. Rapid arpeggios. Oh! As someone who likes a good sense of noise, love just that screeching. Could be feedback from the guitar there, but I love the good sense of screech we got there. Like just one singular powerful note. Alright, the next one here is Trenches. Let's get into it. The artwork is very interesting, quite distinct for this LP.
When the devil is your friend, indoctrinated pain, generations cuffed by the ghosts of their past, screaming out for change.
Like that riff.
Show masks, a sickening parade. Years of the selfish, money, power gain, disregard for the helpless, praying for a change. Man are young, but they're reckless, never to be tamed, running up the place if they're ignoring what we're saying. It's a war.
Love the lyrics, really call to action type lyricism throughout the LP. Very revolutionary sort of focus in the lyrics, which is certainly relevant to today for sure.
Tradition, watch how we ascend, challenge every culture,
but also a timeless idea and theme.
Leather lungs, blackened, then I'm choking, spitting up the phlegm.
Love that dial back for a moment.
It's a bloodbath, I better run fast, looking at it.
Love that rising element there where it kind of almost glitches out in the mix. It's quite trippy. Right there. Very fluttery. Interesting note. Really great kind of mantras and chants on this LP. What a heavy and nasty explosion in this back half. Man, this LP in general has been very heavy. Certainly doesn't hold back in any sense. And yet, with every track being as heavy as it is and as just in your face and explosive, they all still feel very distinct in their delivery, which is pretty impressive considering I feel like you see a lot of bands and artists attempt the same kind of thing with that sense of scale over and over again in the track list, and at times it can be a little bit too muddied in the track list, whereas here I feel like so far every track's been so distinct and unique to itself while still feeling cohesive to the album, of course. Here is Zetune, another shorter one, which I'll say loosely. It's still 4 minutes, but it's just an instrumental. I was hoping for an instrumental, to be honest, because I'm a big fan of just the atmosphere this band delivers on. And always smart to do a second to last instrumental in a track list. Really sets up a final epic. Love the gradual smoky atmosphere. It's almost like we're slowly being revealed something. Not too much to say about this one, you know. Beautiful playing. Certainly kind of showcases their sense of atmosphere and their chemistry. Most definitely. A nice transitional track. Let's get into this final track. Another, of course, 10 minutes in its runtime. 9 minutes and 40 to be exact. Reconcile is the name of this one. Let's see how it closes it. I feel like it's going to be a real finale, a real massive kind of closer, perhaps. Ooh, but I do love that soft open. Just like Born to Die. Give me something a little soft and jazzy, right, before we go into the heaviness.
We look at change. We are love in abundance, and our courage can't be tamed. Intuition, we are brave. Inner vision's not afraid. Expressions take us higher before the love starts to fade. Music lifts our spirit.
That does.
Lifts our souls. Ancient language healing, so let the music take control.
Ooh. A beautiful, maybe ode to the power of music. I can fully get on board with that. I love a good track about the artistic medium. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is good. This rise.
No love, more waste. These traits we break, uplift ourselves and turn our fate.
Ooh. A good sense of ease on those vocals. And he is a great vocalist when he hones in. Oh, it's like a siren-like transition there. That hypnotic guitar playing there, it's sporadic, but it's like a spiral of sorts to hypnotize you. Oh, I love this. A solid unified chant here in the background. I love how this chant is buried a bit more under the mix. It makes it feel a lot more kind of community-based in a sense. You know, the lead vocalist here is kind of tossed to the wayside. Instead, we are now one unified whole. It sounds great. really adds to that sense of community the band goes for. Oh! A sudden shift for clarity and a hard-hitting twist. Oh, that Pray for Love chant. Wow. Wow. What a finale this has been. And there's that guitar. Like I said, very hypnotic. Offers a nice kind of through line throughout the track. Wow. Yeah. Potential album of the year. We'll call it now, just as the album comes to an end. Very much a potential album of the year entry this is. This is an insane, beautiful, epic, just grand post-rock LP that feels like it feels like a call to action, a revolution, and a call for love as well throughout this revolution. It feels very unified in a world that feels very broken. It feels very passionate, yet very kind of angsty and maybe kind of defeated at the same time. Yet through this sense of defeat, like I said, they're still kind of fighting through, bursting at the seams, and really not letting it knock them down. In this day and age, again, it does feel like a very relevant LP. It feels like it is certainly far, quite a left-leaning record that is meant to be a call to action, perhaps, against the powers that be, whether that be the rich or government tyranny in today's day and age. Either way, it's an incredible, powerful, and very enveloping record. The chemistry is fantastic from the band. It feels like they have such a sense of kind of camaraderie in their playing. They riff off each other quite nicely, and it's very smooth. The production's crisp and clean, even in the moments of extreme sort of noise where everything should be clashing, and for maybe a lot of bands they would clash. I feel like the clarity is pretty key here and done very well. Negatives for the album, I really don't have any. Look Down on Us, I felt was a little too long. I feel like maybe it could have been cut back a little bit, but even still, I mean, it's a great track. It just, for my liking at 8 minutes, already kind of ran its course at the 8-minute mark when it's a full 10-minute track. But that aside, this LP, front to back, is fantastic. A good range, too. You have these softer, more kind of jazzy and laid-back tracks that still certainly fill the theme of the record, such as track 3, one of my favorites here, hands down, was very soft. But then you have tracks that, again, are much noisier, much more in-your-face, such as something like, I believe it was Trenches, that just kicks things off with a noise. Even Bloodsport, I mean, that first second of the album is just massive, in-your-face, rapid playing from the drummer as well. Like I said, a good range of quiet and loud, and a good sense of gradual build-up from those quiet moments into those louder moments, sometimes on a single track. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I thought the performance as well from the singer was really well done, even on delivering lines that, again, a lot of people want to criticize online, and I have seen some criticisms for maybe the lyrical approach. I think he delivers on them in a way that, again, is complimented by the band. It lifts it up. It doesn't make it feel nearly as maybe edgy as another artist might carry And I think that's really the production and the instrumentals that help aid it. Honestly, I don't know what else to say. I think it's just a beautiful LP. I can't wait to see what Marua does next. I think they have released a debut that is incredible, but also it's going to be tough to top. You know, they might have the sophomore slump, but if they offer up something equally as great, or even just, you know, 2/3 of great as this, you know, they got another great LP under their belt. But this is wow. This is great. This is fantastic. And yeah, album of the year contender for sure, without a doubt. Album of the year contender. But that does it for today's video. If you liked the video, hit like, subscribe, follow along. Check out the Patreon in the description down below too if you want to throw some money my way to help support the channel. For $5 a month, just $5, you'll get this album reaction and every other album reaction I've done this year completely unedited. You can enjoy the whole album front to back with myself and hear my thoughts while hearing the LP. So for $5, I think that's quite a deal. But as always, my name is Randy Joe. I appreciate you watching, and I'm signing off.